And we're in. And welcome back to Terraria, where, honestly, off camera I decided what we're going to do. Last time we did make our RoD Discord farm, and I have some news to report on in that area. But I've been sitting here thinking, or in some cases I've been laying here and thinking, even though you can't see me, what's there left, okay, that's speech up time, what's there left to do in this collector run? Besides collect everything, which, again, I will do eventually. Don't worry, I promise. But like I said before, after we beat the game and we start our other playthroughs, we'll come back, collect a few items here and there, so we keep the collector playthrough alive. But still, we have stuff we need to get done. So I was sitting here, I was thinking, what's there actually left for me to do? I've beaten every boss, except for endgame. I've beaten every event, except for endgame, because technically the towers are an event. It's not a boss fight. But the Lunatic Cultist and Moonlord are. I'm like, I was just thinking, what's there left? And then I realized something. There was an event I skipped over. Now, can you guess what I'm talking about? I'll give you a few minutes to guess while we make our way there. That's right, if you guessed that the Old One's army is yet incomplete, you would be correct. Because I did complete the first wave when we were playing. I skipped the second, and I only quote-unquote did the third one just to test out the, I believe it was the Dark Harvest plus Tornado weapon, the Sharknado. And you know what? It was pretty successful, I will say. And don't fall. But I haven't actually done the actual event. So, I'm sitting here, I'm thinking, okay, Old One's army. Technically there are 3 phases to the Old One army. You have the first phase, you have the second phase, and the third one. I forget where the cutoff point, I think the first one is up until you beat your first mech boss. After you beat the mech boss, well, you can't do stage 1 anymore. And then if I recall correctly, it's after you beat the first mech boss all the way up to before Golem, that you do stage 2. And then after Golem, which is basically endgame, I don't have a butterfly now, do we? Oops, you weren't supposed to see that. Wink, wink, you weren't supposed to see that. Wink, wink, forget about it. Basically, yeah, so, not in this world because we've clearly beaten Golem, Empress of Light, we've beaten everybody. But I decided to go to my resource world where, yes, I use it for resources, and resources only, mostly sand, because, sand is kind of limited. I mean, you get, like, what, 1 desert and the beaches for sand? So, I use it mostly for sand. But there, I beat all the bosses up until my first mech boss, so now that world is primed for Old One's Army Phase 2. And of course, after we successfully beat that, we can just come back here for Stage 3. Now, I decided in order to be fair, I would also have to base my equipment off of what would be available to me basically before Golem. Which is actually pretty close to what I have except for my wings and my weapon. So, before I get to my equipment, I should probably go over, because you already saw it, the RoD of Discord farm. So, if you may recall, in the early episodes of this playthrough, I was hunting a Bezoar. Not exactly an uncommon item to get, should be fairly easy to get, and I didn't get it. Instead, I got, I kid you not 1, but 3 pieces of, ancient cobalt armor, which is a lot more rare, before I got 1 Bezoar. It was ridiculous. Oh, cool, Chaos Elemental. Which means it's the perfect time to, as you can see, I have the RoD of Discord. I successfully farmed it. But here's the part you're not going to believe, and I still can't. If I turn on my kill count, use the RoD Discord to teleport up here, and I kill, yeah, as you see, 51 Chaos Elementals. So, you might be saying, okay, I just killed that 1. The answer is yes. I killed only 50 Chaos Elementals, no luck potion, no artificial blah 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 blah, literally just standing there and killed 50 Chaos Elementals, and I got RoD Discord. So as I was saying, I was hunting a Bezoar. Didn't get it. I got 3 rare pieces of armor before I got a Bezoar, which is common. And then, when we were in the dungeon, casually looking around, guess what? We got Nazars, which are also extremely rare and difficult to get. I think we ended up getting 2 or 3 just going through the dungeon normally, when normally I would have to build a farm. So I'm sitting there thinking, okay, so this is a blessed and cursed run. It's blessed in terms of extremely rare items. I think I actually have a slime staff and I've never even bothered farming one. When it comes to regular items, I don't get it. I mean, how many times did we have to fight Duke Fishron before we got the... Well, of course that Duke Fishron was, well, you remember. But it took forever to get the Tempest staff. But no, here's the Rod of Discord. An item that is extremely rare, probably one of the rarest and hardest to get items in this game. I got it after 50 elemental kills. Literally, I got the banner and I got the Chaos Rod at the same time. I don't know. I've spent literal days and weeks farming in the past. I've only gotten 2 RoD Discords before, and I've done over 20 full playthroughs with a bunch of side nonsense. And I've only gotten it twice. But no, this playthrough, we're gonna give it to you after 50 tries. Only 50. The odds are... I don't even want to calculate the odds. But yeah, I have RoD Discord. The OP weapon that, well, is OP. And as you can see, it does damage if you teleport more than once. Because you get this chaos state. But if you wait, you can teleport again for no health. Now, normally this is where it'd end. You know, if you wanted to, you could, let's see, journey mode, god mode, and now we don't have to worry about summoning sickness because we're invincible. And as you can tell, really OP in a fight, especially if you're something like a summoner. But for most people, it's just like, okay, I'm building, I gotta get over here, whatever, right? Well, I read and found out that after you beat the Moon Lord now with Shimmer, if you toss a RoD Discord into the Shimmer, it becomes the Rod of whatever it's called, and it's basically, you can use the RoD Discord as much as you want. Luckily, they make you actually have to beat the final boss, so even if you do cheat with it, it don't matter. So yeah, RoD Discord, not going to use it for the fight because obvious reasons. Things we also can't use, the Witch's Broom, and our current state of wings. But otherwise, everything is good to go except for a weapon. So if I recall, I should have... Okay, where are my old wings? Didn't think I needed to go find them, but yeah, we wouldn't have Duke Fishron wings, we would have, there we go, Spectre wings. We could technically have Mothworm wings, but I know we would, no, I would have, not these, what am I thinking? Where's my hoverboard? That's what we would have. Hoverboard. You know what, I might have, where did I put it? I really gotta clean out these chests. I was making progress at one time. Not anymore. Is it up here? Where did I put my hoverboard? I might have to use the Spectre wings. It's not like we're gonna be flying, but yeah, I'm just gonna settle for Spectre wings. Again, it's the event. You know, not exactly mobility issue in that event. Okay, come here, and your medicine good. So now we have our Spectre wings. Might as well just take it off. So these are the only items plus our weapon we can't use. So I went and I think we already had an Uzi because it was researched, but just to be safe, I went and farmed up a demonic Uzi. So we have a weapon we would actually have for this stage of the game. Take that, ladybugs. Now the interesting thing is, this is a demonic Uzi, I got lucky, and this is a godly chain gun. As you can see, the chain gun just shoots faster and has a 50% chance to not use ammo. Otherwise, the damage and crit chance are the exact same practically of the Uzi. Which means the Uzi's actually really strong, because considering you can get that pretty dang early, and it's a pretty good weapon. I didn't realize how good it was. I just thought, hey, you know, nothing really available, so use the Uzi. But as it turns out, it's actually incredibly powerful. So with this Uzi, we can go take on the Stage 2 Old One's Army. Sorry, this has been a lot of introduction, but it had to be done. Before we do that, we need some armor and weapons for the event. So I did grind out 60 defender medals. It took 12 very long attempts. They were very easy to do because, you know, I'm end game practically. So let's see, Terraria crystals, I guess we'll need 1, maybe 2, because there's no guarantee I'll do this. So I'll take 2. And let's see, the stage 2 we want is the cane. And I think it's the explosive trap that works with the range armor. Yeah, it's paired up, so 1 explosive and 1 huntress set. So again, this is the armor we would be using. I'm not guaranteed to use this. Actually, I probably should. I probably should, because if you get the full sets of the equipment, it affects your summon weapon, and in the events, you pretty much spam summon weapons. It's a nice feature, a nice way to say, hey, take a break from what you normally do. Okay, with that being set up and everything being ready, I guess let's go to our other world real quick, and we'll take on the Old One's Army Stage 2. Be right back. As I sit here, I wonder, did I go too far with my new style? But I do feel like I am getting close. And here we are, a nice quick pre-built arena for Stage 2, Old One's Army. Pretty self-explanatory. Yeah, this is where I was doing some grinding. Don't worry, I didn't keep any items. It was for farming. You know, it was just getting the medals I needed because obviously Stage 1, Stage 1, Stage 2, blah, blah, blah. You get the idea. Okay, so we gotta equip our Huntress armor, which we look ridiculous. Don't worry, I think before the final episode I will change my character. I just made a quick default character. Don't really want the minions here. We need an explosive weapon because, well, it's the event, so we need our summon weapon. Probably should have reforged it, but as you can see, they're explosive traps. If enemy is close, they explode and also get covered in oil. And if we look at our Huntress armor, set bonus, increase the max number of sentries for auto combat, and more importantly, the explosive traps recharge faster, as you can see, and oiled enemies get set on fire for extra damage. So the idea is we'll be spamming it like this, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3 on each side. They go off, we obliterate them with the Uzi. It should be easy, I hope. Again, I don't really do the Old One's Army very often, so yeah. We now open up our bag, take some potions just to make sure it gets done, and here we go. So I will put 1 here, because we can only do 1 right now, and Old One's Army Event Stage 2. Now, I do understand the ballista is actually way better for events. I do understand that, but you know what? We're doing ranged right now, so we're doing ranged. Pretty self-explanatory, right? After all, we mostly do the damage. If you let the sentries do all the damage, well, you're not really doing a good job. In my opinion. Don't get me wrong, I'm sure there's challenges out there of beating the event with only sentries, which are probably possible. Probably very possible, but yeah. Now, one thing they did add is we can speed up the timer. But yeah, Uzi makes this really easy. Explosive traps, weakening enemies. As we get more, hey, they're not even making it past because we have 2. But we do, wait a second. Wait a second, are we? Okay, good. Yes, I have time frozen only because, well, I just like to have daytime for this event. It doesn't really matter day or night when you do it. I just figured it'd be better to have it on during the day so we could all actually see. Okay, I think there's 2 over here, which means we need to place another one over in this area. Actually, we have 20, so 1, 2. Now, one thing these mines don't do is account for flying enemies. So, we have to account for that. And I don't think there's any flying enemies right now, so we lucked out. As I say that, a flying one spawns. Which means we have to be on our toes, if we had toes. And those are our objectives. I probably didn't need to buff up, but you know what? I did want to get this done. Oh cool, wave complete. That was not difficult at all. And again, this is the equipment I would, hey, you cheating. This is the equipment we would normally have in the buff potions we would normally have. So, this is actually how it's supposed to be. 4 on this side and what, 3 on this side? Cool, so far so good. Took a little bit of damage, that's my fault. Stage 4, Wyvern, so I really still gotta be on top of that. But our mines are doing a good job with the ground troops. I think. Okay, oh, they got hit by the oil. Cool. You know, it says they get set on fire, but I'm not seeing the fire effect. Is it just me? Am I missing something? Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. Now I know like I was saying earlier, ballistas tend to be the go-to weapon. They pierce, they fire pretty fast, especially if you go melee armor. They're really OP for this event. Personally, I like the flame burst rods. And I know those are mage weapons, but what did I say? I like them. Okay, I'm missing some mana. Where... That's a bit annoying. Can I find it real quick? No, because the next one's about to spawn. Okay, did they not drop me mana? No, I got it. Ow, suicide bombers. And they target me. That is not good. Wait, okay. Now is the time where I gotta focus on the air. And just hope my mines take care of everything else. We would have more bullets, yes, I understand. We could have better bullets, and I was about to say there's one if you aren't there. Called that. And there's another one. Okay, so far so good. Only 2 more waves left, and we will have completed Phase 2 of Old One's army. Cool, cool. Place 1 more here, and 1 more on this side. And after this side, whoa, thank you. Probably go all in on the left, because I think the bosses always spawn on the left. I'm most likely wrong about that, but... we'll see. Because I know the mage, the skeleton summoning mage, whatever you would call it, I think it always spawns on the left, no matter what you do. Oh, you have some chargers and some tanks to tank the damage. Well, luckily, explosive weapons, guess what? They do AoE. So, having somebody in front, not gonna help you. Although it is helping you get by quicker just by having more tanks. Okay, final wave, final wave. Like I said, I'm going all in on the left side, because I believe that's where the boss spawns. And in case you're wondering what I actually normally do when I face this event, is I put all the traps on one side and I just focus the other side. But I never use the mines, so I really don't know what side is best. Again, the Ethereal Mage is the one I normally fight. They always spawn the left, so I put all my traps on the right and I focus the left. And there it is, the Ogre. And yeah, I told you, on the left. Okay, but we gotta make sure we keep our turret, or our crystal alive. Yeah, we're probably gonna lose now. Right? Focus the... Nope. They're gonna attack and... Ooh, I don't know what's happening. Okay, we just gotta get the goal. Get the ogre. Get the ogre. Get the ogre. And we win. Get the ogre. Get the ogre. And we did it! Phase 2 successful! And we got some items. I forgot they drop weapons. And kaboom! So what did we get? We got a creeper egg, which is what pet? It's the little candle guy. I love it. But we're still using you. We got the ghastly glaive, which is the melee weapon. No, that's a different one. We got the huntress's buckler. which is just a summon accessory and 25 medals. Not bad. And in case you're wondering, these banners, yes, they actually do increase damage to enemies, but I didn't think it would count because I was just farming them. But yay, phase 2 of the Old One Army is done. Now to just farm up for the stage 3 event, but don't worry, I'll do that off camera. But hey, progress has been made. More progress made. Well, that was a lot of fun, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed playing. And if you did, please consider hitting the like button and impacting the subscribe button. It'll help out in the long run. With all that being said, this has been The Mechanist, logging off. Until next time.